Fat one. So I've had 3 bites and not very long. And already what I've learned is the water, the water's not clear, but it's not dirty, but I think it's actually dirtier on down because I'm having to put the bait like right in their house to get them to bite. I've not done this. I can actually tell you the exact day. I've not thrown one of these baits, the umbrella flash mob, since 2013. That was the last year we could use it. You know, like professional, they banned it. And I actually won an event on beaver throwing it. And the last cast I made on the last day was the last time I've ever thrown one because it just didn't play for me the rest of the year. And then they banned it, and then my thinking was, well, why throw it if I can't use it in the tournament? Well, times have changed. 12 years later. I just want to throw it, and I want to do a video over it. I spent a lot of time when it first came out throwing it. And yeah, I'll kind of tell you what I know about it, but I'm gonna bet you we catch some bass today. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it around some, but also we're gonna look at them on livescope and kind of watch how they react to the bait. Like I watched him, he didn't just turn and go and run and get it. He just kind of like followed it. But there's one sitting on the top of that tree right there. And he's so tight that I don't know if he's a crappie or a bass. You know, right there I see a big old brush pile. I see one laying right there on the corner of it. Fat one. So I've had 3 bites and not very long. And already what I've learned is the water, the water's not clear, but it's not dirty, but I think it's actually dirtier on down because I'm having to put the bait like right in their house to get them to bite. So typically, you know, back when I used to throw this a lot, the clearer the water, like you didn't have to make the exact cast. I mean, they would come up and get it. But it seems like just in the first 2 that you gotta get it like right around them. You're not gonna get it? You got it. Oh, Missed it the first time. See, like today's the first like really cold day. They just haven't gotten their wintertime belly on yet. See how skinny he is? Like, I've been missing out for 13 years. Another skinny one. Like you see, like the way he reacts, and that's the whole deal, is he came by it, he was in like that sleeping, just hanging out, and he just goes crazy. And that's the whole thing, is getting it to come over him like you want to. In a perfect scenario, like I want him going away from me, like swimming like this and the bait come over the top of him, or like same way with the resting. That's the whole deal, is you got to figure out, you want to keep it far enough away that it gets them to react and chase, but not close enough, especially in this dirty water, that it spooks them. I've seen a couple that we've spooked, like you come too close to them and it scares them off. This one right here is like money. As he started swimming, like the more he started swimming, the faster he came towards the bait, the faster I started reeling it. Just the cat and mouse. Oh man, they're freaking getting it. See how he spooked? They spooked for a second and then they... It's because he's swimming towards me like I'm coming right over the top of their back and it's spooking them. I need to like, and it's just because I think we're moving. I need them head on. There'll be a cast or two a day where your line gets up under one of those wires. You better just retie. There's a pretty good way, like whenever you're casting this thing, I mean, it can be sometimes frustrating. You don't want to just throw it and let it spin. Like you want to thumb the spool. So what that does is it keeps the line kind of tight all the way to the head, and it doesn't let the bait roll and tangle, you know, as much as it would if you just heave back and threw it. So you want to kind of thumb it. It's just so hard to get them to see it. I really just think that I think down there deep, you just have to put it right on them. And anytime so far that I bring it like this from their back to their nose, they won't bite it. It spooks them. And it's probably just because they can't see good. It's gotta be, I gotta bring it to their face and keep it away from them. But you gotta play that happy medium of getting close enough to them to be able to see it too. So a lot of people think that you gotta have, like, this is a big, you know, a big bait, probably 2 or 3 ounces, that you need a broomstick. You really don't want one. This is a Washita Special. Like, I want a little bit of tip for 2 reasons. One, when they get the bait, like, I can feel it. And then 2, for casting. Like, you just want to be able to lob that thing. You want to be able to load it. And with a broomstick, it'd be harder to do. But I mean, this rod right here handles big fish. It's 7.6, but also lets you cast and like feel the bites. So you want there to be a little bit of give whenever they do bite it. There's a big one. Get off that load. So that's an instance that just an old log laying there on that flat, never even saw him. He must have been laying so tight that it actually looked like the log, and swam it by there and he couldn't handle it. So when I first started throwing this thing a long time ago, like when it came out, it seemed like braided line was the deal and 8-foot rod. I feel like it casts better. I know it casts better just using fluorocarbon. This is 20-pound shooter. I mean, it's tough. It's what I use for flipping some. Fast reel, 8-to-1. Yeah, and like I said, the keys to it, you'll get frustrated is casting it. Like if you just wing it, it's gonna get all tangled up. You almost just gotta thumb it a little bit. And yeah, just reel it by them. Like, that's the thing, is if you're not scoping, I mean, you can throw it around structure, you can throw it just going down the bank, you're gonna catch fish on it. I mean, today we're scoping some and we're casting some. We caught some, you know, 20, 30 foot deep. The boat's sitting in 4. So it's really pretty versatile. I mean, you can throw it wherever. I like to be able to look at it on the scope just to keep it out of the structure and not get hung up. About hooked. Just like point proven. Like, I think the water down there is so dirty. Like, they just not reacting until I get like right on them. I saw another couple down there. So all this is flash mob. You know, they come with or without blades. I've always kind of preferred the ones without blades, unless the water's just super, super dirty and cold and I need to go really, really slow. What I like to do is I want this thing to swim head up like that. So these two top baits and this center bait are 1/4 ounce and the bottom two are 3/8. And that kind of keels the bait and makes it swim straight. Other than that, just, you know, Yum heads and Yum Scottsboro swim baits. And it's kind of a dark day. That's why I've got the black with the clear belly on, kind of give it a little color. So I remember the day whenever I was actually fishing the tournament when Paul Ice kind of went crazy with this thing. And then, you know, I was so intrigued, I kind of skipped deer season that year. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I still hunted, but I spent a lot of time, pretty much the whole winter, just throwing it. You know, they were homemade at the time, and you know, I remember the first, it seems like 25 times I went, you know, we caught 20 pounds on it, and that's not easy to do on 10 killer. And literally, you know, back then, before livescope, we just went down the bank and kind of, the best way I could explain on how to fish it going down the bank, and I can still catch them that way, is just kind of slow roll it. Like, you obviously don't want it to be on the bottom with as many hooks as you got, but you want it up enough that when they're on the bottom that they can see it and come and get it. And yeah, we caught all those bags, and literally for a year we could use it, and then it kind of went away. So, you know, it's good to get back to throwing it. Just really, it's just kind of to see how they react to it, as you know, as much as even catching them on it. Just seeing how they react, and they react a lot different than they do on a minnow. You know, a minnow, it seems like they turn and just get it if you put it where it needs to be. And this thing, the best way I know how to explain it is they want to follow it. They want to follow it for a ways before they get it, and that's why I have so much trouble catching them around the boat, is there's just not enough distance to be able to draw one out. So there's been a few that's kind of turned and got after it pretty good, but for the most part they just want to get behind it. And you know, I don't know if it's a little flutter like that with it that makes them bite, or if they finally just get tired of chasing it. He didn't run away. Well, it hadn't been easy, but we have caught some. Just trying to get him to react, you know. Just because you see one don't mean you're going to catch it. But the old flash mob, in the wintertime, is one of the best ways to, like, I can't even get the bait out of his mouth. My hands are so cold. One of the best ways to catch a bunch of, especially biggins. Appreciate you guys riding along. Hopefully you learned something.